I've been working on the garage doors today, and they always give guys bum rap for not following instructions. Well, so I've got Holmes Garage Door Company. Okay, this is from the lumber yard that's here. A lot of them are basically the same. So the doors are just panels. Like, that's not a big deal. Where you run into problems is with the hardware. So typically, hold on a second. Typically, so this is what it shows here, right? You lay out your panels, you put your hardware on, you follow all this, it's fine. They're all generally the same. It says hook your cable on there, right? That's your cable for your pull-up. Well, these doors, this is all the same brand. This isn't like two different companies mixed together. So then you get over on these instructions. Okay, this is what comes with the hardware. First of all, that picture, that's such a confusing picture right there for cable. Okay, you get on here, and I already had my cable on the bottom of my door. This is where these instructions start. So what I did, right, you get that eye hook that goes in there, holds on to your spring. Then you get this little doodad here, which I actually like these. This was an improvement that I saw that I really like, this box, this black thing here. So it goes on with instructions about let me see if I can find that. Yeah, it says right here. So you're running these cables. That's what I did here, right? Then you get down in here. I'm like, what in Sam Hill is that? Feed the free end of the containment cable through the black bushing installed in the flange and the sleeve fork into the key slot into the yada yada binga bada. It doesn't tell you what it is. Well, what it is that little black thing right there. You have to put it in. It's a tab on the side of it. That runs your safety cable through there, so if a spring brace doesn't go flying. Also, that cable does not hook to the door. When you get this isn't hooked up yet. Okay? Yeah, come on. So this is this rig that was up on the corner here, right? This black box. This black box here. Okay, this hooks together. Okay, that's fine. This cable here is like really long. Yeah, that hooks to there, and that goes through the spring, the cable, back down, and that hooks to the bottom of the door. The other one that it showed in the first part, because typically you do put, so I have this cable on this door. This isn't hooked up yet, right? And I have this hooked down there, down to the pin on the bottom of the door. Well, on a torsion spring garage door, it'll hook in there. But these aren't torsion spring. These are extension because they're cheaper. I just can't continue to spend money. Anyhow, so there's so many things that they don't tell you. And then it says, so let me show you. Where'd it go? Oh, somewhere I gotta. Well, anyhow, oh, here it is. So this bit's just a hex head. Well, there's a hex, and it's all black. You can't really see it that well. It actually, once you hook the cable up, you just spin that and it tightens it up, which is a really good system. I really like that, because then I can look at each side, adjust both springs the same. This door will open. I already tried it. It's cold in here. I had to shut the heat off. I've been working with the heater on, but I can't record. So what they're talking about with these instructions are so bad. We're just talking about this safety cable here that hooks onto that eye hook down there. Okay? If that breaks, that holds us from going. But your cable goes through that so it doesn't get wound up in this pulley. And then this goes and it just hooks here with the screw. There's a slotted screw there. Let me show you on this one that's not installed. Okay, see that spot right there? So you haul your cable through there, your safety cable, and then you shove it over there and you put a screw right through that big part, and that holds that tight. That's great. So here we go now. It says, so if you're winding this up, like I just showed, okay? Wind both springs till the black bushing installed in the face of the sheaves forks covers the red marks on the safety cables. There are no red marks on the safety cables. That's another thing, you know. And it's like, I spent so much time on this. Well, now that I'm standing on the ground, I guess there was a red mark on the safety cable. I just couldn't see it on the side I was on. Well, I guess I got that adjusted pretty close then. Okay, so there you go. But the time that it took me screwing around to see logically how this works, like this other one's going to take no time at all. And if you've never installed garage doors before, they're not that bad. I used to have a garage company do them because they're so quick at it. But really, this is the back door that I've got nothing done on. This is just standing in place here. That's all it is. You got a bracket on each bottom. These ones here, I liked it. They had a thing that notched in the side of it that hooked in automatically. These are stepped. So these are all number ones. They're marked. Number 2 on the side, because this is where the hinge is, but the pin is out here. It comes out more. The center ones are all the same, okay? They don't change. But this is the third one. This is out even farther. The last one you can't put on until you put the curved track on. So I just threw this up here just to hold this in the opening, just to keep some heat in here, okay? So then what you do after you have your doors up, then you have to put this one in because it was in the curved part, right? You got to put the wheel in it first and slide it in sideways. Loosen up these bolts here. This is an adjustment for that. Oh, those are still loose, see? I got to tighten those back up. We have to push the door in, tighten this up, and then that holds that top. I still have the nail in here from when it was holding it up. You drive 16 pennies now to hold the panels in place until you get the track on, okay? So I haven't started on this one yet. So anyhow, there's a bracket also that goes here for the garage door opener. These two are getting electric openers. The back one is not. I don't care about that. But anyhow, yeah, now that I've done one, and they do change them from time to time, you know, so improvements, you know, like winding up the springs, that mechanism that you use for that worked really well. I really like that. But the cable stuff, sometimes these instructions are not very clear. It looks like they've been copied, you know, or made by a little kid, you know, 1,000 times. I actually looked on these instructions to see if there was a QR code that maybe would take me to a site that would have a video. That would be nice. But I just looked through this all, and there's nothing, and it's just, you know. Anyhow, so if any of you ever having this problem, sometimes you just got to use common sense. You know, stuff I don't have much. I have the handles and the locks. I'm not using that because if someone locks the door and then someone hits the garage door opener, it's obviously not going to work. That long bracket there is for the garage door opener. Haven't put it on yet because I don't know. I can see which way is up or down. I don't know how much room I have. There's a rope there you can pull the doors down with. Again, with an opener, I'm not going to do that. I'll put this stuff on the back door. I'll put a lock on the back door, you know. So the other thing is those short screws. So you look through this, it says there's 16 of these track screws. So these little buggers here, oh yeah, those got to be tightened up too. Anyhow, 16 of these. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8 times 2 sides is 16. That's what it says it comes with. Except you need 2 there and 2 there. So on the 3 doors, I'm 12 of them short. So then I go to the lumberyard where I bought them. They don't stock those. They don't have those. Well, we can get another kit. It's like, no, the company that makes these things should have this stuff. That's messed up. So anyhow, if you're having the same problem I did, you know, it's this Holmes Garage Doors hardware. You're not crazy. You know, there is stuff missing. Holmes Garage Door Company. So these are R6 doors. They're not super insulated, but they're good enough. So I hope that helps somebody out.